everybody, Beth Helvey, Michael Saunders and Company. I'm coming at you a little bit later today because I was actually doing photography this morning for a listing that's coming live. So I'm sure everybody's heard, I'd be really surprised if you hadn't, but Florida now has a stay-at-home order, okay? We're going to talk a little bit about that and what it means to you all. So basically, not a whole lot has changed as far as your realtors. We are considered an essential service. So if you are in the middle of a transaction in the state of Florida, you will continue with that transaction. Obviously, hi Veronica. Obviously, safeguards have been put in place so that when you go to your closing, you may not even meet your closing agent. I've had closings where people have done them outside at a table. Hey, Cindy. I have had lenders who aren't meeting, hi Dion, meeting with people. What they're doing is they're getting on Zoom and FaceTime and things like that and walking people through how to use systems if they're having issues with figuring out the system, because don't forget, lending is very much automated right now. It's all of it's online. Same thing with a lot of other things. I've been doing Zoom interviews. I've been doing Zoom walkthroughs. I was just at a listing this morning taking video that I'm going to produce and put together so that we could put online. Now, we have been doing this in the real estate field for probably 2 weeks now. I know my company, we closed our doors a week and a half-ish, 2 weeks ago. What they did is they gave everybody a chance to come and get their stuff. The majority of our staff is working from home, working remotely. Our receptionist is answering the phones from her house. Bless her heart, it must make her nuts having all that stuff set up, but she is. Hey, Thomas. So our admin, I do know that the broker goes in and out, things like that. So we're all learning to adapt. I think part of what's going on is the governor's like, okay, let's do this now. Let's make sure everybody actually needs to stay at home. Hey, Susan. But for those of us in the real estate field, hey, Ray, it really won't affect what you do on a day-to-day basis. Again, like we talked about so many times, the people who are buying now typically for need are still going to buy. The people who are selling now typically for need are still going to sell. And that's just how life is going to be right now. Housing is something that is a necessity. Are people who are maybe thinking about buying here, maybe St. Pete, maybe Naples, maybe other coasts, they're holding off right now, and rightfully so. The people who are going to sell, hey Cliff, and I'll sell maybe if I can get the price I want, or I'll sell if the right circumstances come around, or I'll sell if I can find that mountain property I want in Georgia. Those people are backing off right now, and rightfully so. This is not the arena for them right now, and they know that, and they're being really smart with that. We've got a whole lot of ways set up in which we can do what we need to do for you virtually. Hey, Jamie. So again, our stay-at-home order is starting tonight at midnight and will go on for 30 days, which is May 2nd. Hey, Michael. And we're going to be operating this way. Hi, Kelly. Now, you're going to have some realtors who have completely backed out of real estate right now. And for a lot of them, it's health reasons. So, we're going to support them with that. Because they need to be careful about their health. Totally understand that. There's a lot of us, though, that we can still be out and about. Personally, I'm not out that much. I'm out doing what's only necessary, and everything else I handle virtually. So there's our stay-at-home order. Hopefully it will only be 30 days because we're getting into beach weather, we're getting into kayak weather, we're getting into wonderful weather, although I'm wearing a jacket right now because it dipped to 75 degrees and I'm freezing. So we talked a little bit ago about deferments versus forbearance. And I have been calling my creditors, just kind of getting information to lay the land so that I can relay that information. One of my creditors, Bank of America. I bank at Bank of America. I have a business credit card through them. I called my Bank of America representative to talk to her about some things that were going on. Hi, Ron. And for example, those of us that are small business owners, they are referring us to the federal side of this. From what I understand, they are not giving out small business loans out of Bank of America. So then I talked to her and I said, listen, I've also got my business credit card from you. How does this happen? How do we handle this? She says, well, we'll give you a deferment, she said. And you'll have a deferment. Right now it's 2 or 3 months. Hi, Francisco. And then you'll have that. So, okay, great. So that means that whatever my payment is for the next 2 months, I won't have to pay it. And she goes, yeah. She says, it'll be due at the end. I said, that's not a deferment. That's a forbearance. So what Bank of America is doing, now check with your local branches, is they're not giving you a deferment. They're giving you a forbearance and calling it a deferment. So be careful, people. Make sure you read everything. Make sure you read all your paperwork before you sign off on it. So what they're telling me is with Bank of America Business Services, if I choose to defer my payments, that's fine. I can defer them for 2 or 3 days, but I will have one lump sum due at the end. Hi, Linda, including interest. So my interest will continue to accrue. So, and I understand there's a lot of people in a bind right now. There's a lot of people wondering how they're going to make their mortgage payment, how they're going to make their credit card payment. Walk into this knowing what you're doing. If you can make your payments, it's in your best interest if you can. If you can't, I get it. You know, I've got friends in a situation where they can't make their payments right now. Hi, Lori. Hey, Linda. So this is what we're doing right now. So what I'm saying is there's a difference between deferment and a forbearance. Bank of America is not using the terminology correctly. And I'm not just calling them out, okay? This is just how they're presenting the information. So when you're getting the paperwork for this, before you sign anything, check when this money is due and at what rate. Check your rates, see if it's due in one lump sum, see if you're still paying interest. There are car loans out there where they are completely deferring them, where for the next 2 months or 3 months, what they're going to do is essentially pause your loan, and then it'll pick back up in 2 or 3 months, and you may have to pay interest, which is fine, or you may not, okay? So check on everything, people. Hi, Claire. There's a lot of misinformation about this. Always, always, always read all your paperwork. Always read all your paperwork, okay? I hope you all are having a great day. That's just a little quick thing I wanted to bring you today about double checking your credit card statements, because Bank of America is a huge bank. And what the stay at home is for Florida. Like I said before, majority of my colleagues have been doing this anyway. This is not going to change for us. This is not going to change for me. I am still your realtor. I can still do things for you virtually. There are 1,000 ways that I can show you a property and not even leave my office. Isn't my office nice? You can see my books back there. I don't have to leave my office. There are ways that I can make this happen for you. The same thing if you're going to list. There are ways we can make this happen for you. If you're in need, we can take care of you without having to leave the house, which is what we're doing and what we've been doing for weeks, because your realtors here in Florida, most of us did, are taking this really seriously. They're not offering payroll protection plan. Who, Bank of America? Yeah, I don't think they are. I think you're right. That was Linda saying that they're not offering a payroll protection plan. I think the government might be if you qualify. So we'll be putting more information out. I'll try to put some links out attached to this so that you have it. I did a great interview this morning with an insurance agent. I'm going to post that here in a little bit about how COVID-19 affects us in the insurance industry. And then I'll have a few more interviews coming for you so you all know what's going on. Hey, Peter. So it is 75 degrees. I'm freezing my buns off. It is a beautiful day outside. If you have the opportunity to get outside and get some vitamin D, do so. But wear your sunscreen, drink lots of water, and I'll see you here tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.